The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry hornets overhead, casting jagged shadows across the linoleum floor of Lincoln High's history classroom in rural Ohio. Alex Harper sat in the back row, his notebook a fortress of scribbled margins and unspoken fears, his heart pounding so hard he swore the girl next to him could hear it. For 3 years, he'd been the ghost in the room, the gay kid who never raised his hand, never laughed at jokes, never let a single word escape about the bruises from his father's belt or the crushes that bloomed like forbidden wildflowers in his chest. But today, as Mr. Harlan droned on about the American Revolution with that oily smile plastered across his face, Alex felt the dam crack. It started with a whisper from the front. Jamie Ruiz, the soccer star with sun-kissed skin and eyes like storm clouds, passing a note that somehow ended up in Harlan's hands. The teacher's chuckle turned venomous as he read it aloud, twisting Jamie's innocent doodle of 2 intertwined hearts into a slur that hung in the air like smoke. "Looks like someone's got a little crush," Harlan sneered, his voice dripping with mock sympathy. "Careful, Ruiz. People might think you're one of those types." The class erupted in snickers, but Alex's world narrowed to a pinpoint. Jamie's face flushing crimson, his fists clenching under the desk, and in that moment, Alex knew he couldn't stay silent anymore. Not when the man who'd promised to protect them was the monster wielding the knife. Alex's hand shot up before his brain could stop it, trembling like a leaf in a gale. The room fell into a stunned hush. 3 years of invisibility shattered in one defiant gesture. Mr. Harlan's eyes narrowed, his chalk pausing mid-sentence on the blackboard. "Harper?" Did the mute finally find his tongue? The class tittered again, but Alex's voice, when it came, was steady as steel. "That note wasn't yours to read. And what you just said, it's not a joke. It's hate. And I know what you've been doing to kids like us. Hiding it behind your lessons and your jokes." Gasps rippled through the room like aftershocks, Jamie's head whipping around to meet Alex's gaze for the first time, raw shock mingling with something deeper, unspoken. Harlan's face drained of color, but Alex pressed on, the words he'd buried for years flooding out like a confession in the confessional. "You outed Tommy last year. Made him run. And Sarah? You told her parents about her girlfriend. But that's not all. I saw the emails, the ones where you threatened to fail anyone who complains about the slurs in your class." The bell rang then, a shrill mercy that sent students scrambling, but no one moved. Harlan slammed his textbook shut, his voice a low growl. "That's enough, Harper. After school. Principal's office. Now." But as Alex stood, backpack slung over one shoulder, he locked eyes with Jamie across the chaos. And in that electric silence, a spark ignited, a fragile thread of understanding weaving between them. Little did Alex know, this was just the beginning, an unraveling of secrets that would drag them both into a storm of betrayal, forbidden love, and a fight for survival in a town that chewed up dreams and spat out bones. Outside, the autumn wind whipped through the parking lot, carrying the scent of fallen leaves and distant rain. Alex leaned against the chain-link fence, his breath coming in shallow bursts, replaying the scene like a glitchy film reel. He'd done it. Spoken. Exposed the first crack in Harlan's facade. But the fear gnawed at him now, sharp as broken glass. What if no one believed him? What if this was the spark that finally burned his world down? Footsteps crunched on gravel, and there was Jamie, hands shoved deep in his Letterman jacket, looking everywhere but at Alex. "Hey," Jamie muttered, finally meeting his eyes. "That was insane. You okay?" Alex shrugged, forcing a smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Better than Tommy, I guess. Or Sarah." Jamie winced, rubbing the back of his neck. "Yeah, Harlan's always been a creep. But you just called him out like it was nothing." It wasn't nothing. Alex wanted to scream. It was everything. The nights he'd cried into his pillow after hearing Harlan's barbs, the way he'd watched Jamie from afar, sketching his profile in hidden journals, wondering if those storm cloud eyes could ever see him back. They walked to the soccer field in awkward tandem, the silence stretching taut between them. Jamie kicked at a pebble, sending it skittering into the grass. "I didn't know you. Notice stuff like that. About me, I mean." The note. Alex's cheeks burned. "Everyone notices you, Ruiz. You're the golden boy." Jamie laughed, a short, bitter sound. "Golden? Try cursed. My dad's the sheriff. Thinks football's the only thing keeping me from. You know. He trailed off, but the implication hung heavy, from turning out like Alex. Gay. Wrong. In the eyes of Elmwood, Ohio, where Sunday sermons preached fire and brimstone, and the local paper still ran op-eds on family values. Alex swallowed hard. I'm sorry about the note. Harlan's got no right. Jamie stopped, turning to face him fully, the fading sun gilding his features. Don't be. It was stupid anyway. Just doodling. His voice softened. But thanks for standing up. No one's ever done that for me. That night, as Alex lay in his darkened room, the house creaking under the weight of his father's snores from downstairs, he replayed Jamie's words like a lifeline. For the first time, the loneliness that had wrapped around him like barbed wire felt a little looser. But sleep evaded him, chased away by memories. The day he'd come out to his mom, only for her to whisper prayers over him like he was possessed. The taunts in the locker room that left him changing in stalls. And Harlan, always Harlan, with his knowing smirks and accidental touches on shoulders that lingered too long. Alex rolled over, pulling his phone from under the pillow. A text glowed on the screen, from Jamie. Can't sleep. You? Heart racing, Alex typed back. Same. Thinking about tomorrow. Dots danced. Then, me too. Meet at the bleachers before school? Alex's thumb hovered, then pressed send. Yeah. See you. The bleachers were fog-shrouded come morning, the field a ghostly expanse under the pale dawn. Jamie was already there, huddled in his jacket, 2 steaming coffees from the diner's drive-thru in hand. Peace offering, he said, passing one over. Figured you'd need it after dropping that bomb. They sat side by side, the metal cold through their jeans, sipping in companionable quiet. Alex stole glances at Jamie's profile, the curve of his jaw, the way his lashes cast shadows on his cheeks, and felt that familiar ache bloom. Why'd you do it? Jamie asked suddenly. Stand up like that. Risk everything. Alex stared into his cup, steam curling like secrets. Because I couldn't watch it happen again. To you. To anyone. Jamie turned, his knee brushing Alex's, sending a jolt through him. To me? Why me? The question hung, loaded. Alex's pulse thundered. Because. You're worth it. More than this town's poison. Jamie's eyes searched his, something shifting in their depths. Curiosity, fear, maybe even recognition. Alex, but the first bell tolled, shattering the moment. They parted with mumbled goodbyes, but as Alex hurried to class, he felt Jamie's gaze on his back, a warmth against the chill. In English, whispers followed him like shadows. Did you hear what Harper said to Harlan? Kid's gonna get expelled. Serves Harlan right. Though, that guy's shady. By lunch, the cafeteria buzzed with rumors, and Alex found himself at a table alone until Jamie slid in across from him, tray clattering. Mind company? From then on, it was them against the whispers. Shared lunches where Jamie confessed his own hidden sketches of boys from magazines. Alex opening up about the poetry he wrote in code. Friendship bloomed tentative and sweet, laced with the undercurrent of more. The way their hands brushed passing notes, the lingering hugs after practice. But Harlan wasn't done. 2 weeks later, during a parent-teacher conference Alex's mom attended alone, his dad too busy at the mill, Harlan pulled her aside. Your boy's causing trouble, he said, voice smooth as oil. Stirring up drama. Might be best if he focused on his studies instead of distractions. By evening, Alex's mom sat him down, eyes red-rimmed. The teacher's worried about you, honey. Says you're isolating yourself. And those things you said, they're not true, are they? Alex's stomach twisted. Mom, But she cut him off, clutching her cross necklace. We love you, Alex. But this town, it doesn't forgive easy. Just keep your head down. The plea in her voice cracked him, but it also steeled his resolve. Harlan was playing dirty, using families as weapons. That weekend, at the county fair, corn dogs sizzling, Ferris wheel lights twinkling against the starry sky, Alex and Jamie stole away from the crowds. The air hummed with laughter and country tunes, but they found solace in the shadowed midway, sharing cotton candy that stuck to their fingers. My dad's on Harlan's side, Jamie admitted, licking sugar from his thumb. Says it's all a misunderstanding. But I saw the way he looked at you in the hall, like you were dirt. Alex nodded, the fair's joy feeling distant. He's scared. Of what I represent. Jamie's hand found his, tentative, warm. Or what we could. The touch lingered, electric, until a group of jocks, Jamie's teammates, stumbled upon them, catcalls slicing the night. Ruiz, slumming it with the fairy, one jeered. Jamie's grip tightened, but Alex pulled away first, hard hammering. Go. It's your team. Jamie hesitated, eyes pleading, then followed them, leaving Alex in the dark, the sting of rejection sharper than any slur. Monday brought fallout. Jamie avoided him in the halls, eyes downcast, while Harlan's lessons turned pointed, dissecting deviant behaviors in history with thinly veiled glares at Alex. Isolation crept back, heavier now, laced with betrayal. But late one night, a rock tapped Alex's window. Jamie, breathless on the lawn below. I couldn't do it, he whispered up. Pretend anymore. Not after you. They talked for hours through the screen, voices low, sharing stories of first crushes and family fights. By dawn, Jamie had climbed the trellis, perching on the sill, their foreheads nearly touching. I'm sorry, he breathed. Scared shitless, but I like you, Alex. More than friends. The confession hung, vulnerable, and Alex leaned in, their lips brushing in a kiss soft as snowfall. Innocent, world-altering. From there, secrecy became their sanctuary, stolen moments in the library stacks, coded texts that read like poetry. But tension simmered. Alex dug deeper into Harlan's secrets, hacking school email archives on a borrowed laptop from the public library. Nothing illegal, just forgotten passwords and curiosity. What he found chilled him. Deleted complaints from queer students, forged grades to silence others, even a memo to the principal covering up a vandalized GSA poster as kids being kids. And worse, a pattern of counseling sessions where Harlan grilled students on their lifestyles, notes hinting at blackmail. Alex confided in Jamie during a rainy after-school walk, puddles mirroring their worried faces. He's building a case against us all. We have to tell someone. Jamie paled. Like who? My dad. The irony twisted like a knife. Sheriff Ruiz, enforcer of Elmwood's biases. The first real fracture came at homecoming. The gym pulsed with bass and strobe lights, couples swaying under paper streamers. Alex and Jamie had planned to dance, just once in the shadows, but Harlan patrolled like a hawk, his presence a chill. When a slow song crooned, Jamie froze. Not here. Too many eyes. Alex nodded, but hurt festered. As the night wore on, Jamie disappeared into the throng with his teammates, leaving Alex nursing Punch alone. Then, a shout. Freak. A beer bottle shattered near his feet, shards glinting. It was Kyle, Harlan's nephew, eyes wild with booze. Think you can turn my buddy gay? Punches flew. Alex dodged most, but a fist grazed his jaw, blood blooming on his lip. Jamie burst through the crowd too late, pulling Kyle off, but the damage was done. Sirens wailed. Sheriff Ruiz arrived, hauling Kyle away with a warning slap. To Alex, a stern glare. Stay out of trouble, son. Bruised and bandaged, Alex confronted Jamie the next day in the empty art room, canvases leaning like silent witnesses. You left me there. Jamie's face crumpled. I froze. God, Alex, I'm sorry. It's just, my team's everything. If they knew. Knew what? That you feel the same. The words lashed out. Raw? Jamie recoiled. It's not that simple. This town's killing us slow. The argument escalated, voices echoing. Accusations of cowardice, pleas for understanding, until Jamie stormed out, slamming the door. Days blurred into silence, the chasm widening. Alex threw himself into evidence gathering, printing emails, interviewing Sarah in hushed coffee shop corners. She confirmed it. Harlan had threatened her scholarship unless she straightened up. Tommy, reached via social media from his new city, echoed the horror. He made me feel like a criminal for existing. Meanwhile, Jamie drowned in guilt, training harder, scoring goals with mechanical fury. His dad noticed. Something wrong, son? That Harper kid dragging you down. Jamie snapped, leave him out of it. But the seed of doubt sprouted. Whispers from teammates, sidelong looks from Harlan in the halls. One evening, after practice, Harlan cornered him. Heard you two are close. Careful, birds of a feather get shot down here. The warning slithered under Jamie's skin, paranoia blooming. He texted Alex, we need to talk. Park. Now. Under the sodium lamps, rain slicking their hoods, truths spilled. I'm terrified, Jamie admitted. Of losing you. of losing everything. Alex, softened by the vulnerability, pulled him close. Then fight with me. For us. Their embrace was fierce, rain mingling with tears, a pact sealed in storm. But twists lurked. The next week, anonymous notes appeared in Alex's locker. Back off, Harlan, or else. Panic clawed. Was it Kyle? Harlan? Then, a bombshell. Principal Ellis called Alex in, face grave. Your accusations. There's no proof. And now, vandalism at the fair? Sheriff's linking it to you. Alex's blood ran cold. Framed? He raced to Jamie, who confirmed the rumors. His dad was investigating, painting Alex as the instigator. It's Harlan, Alex insisted. He must have planted something. Desperation forged a plan, go public, with evidence, at the school board meeting. They rallied allies, Sarah, a few GSA kids, even a sympathetic teacher who'd suspected for years. As the meeting loomed, tensions peaked. Jamie's dad discovered the texts, exploding in a tirade that left Jamie with a split lip and a locked bedroom door. You're throwing away your future for that. Alex, meanwhile, faced his own trial at home, his father, belt in hand, bellowing about disgracing the family. But in the quiet aftermath, his mom slipped him a note. I believe you. Be brave. Strength surged. The night of the board meeting, the auditorium thrummed with townsfolk, farmers in flannel, church ladies clutching purses. Harlan sat front row, smug. Alex and Jamie entered together, hands brushing for courage. When public comment opened, Alex took the mic, voice unwavering. Mr. Harlan has terrorized queer students for years, outing us, blackmailing us, destroying lives. He projected the emails, the notes, Sarah testified, tears streaming. Gasps swelled to outrage. Harlan leapt up, sputtering denials. But then, the twist. Sheriff Ruiz, face thunderous, stood. Son of a bitch. I saw the fair footage. Kyle, under Harlan's orders. His own boy, betrayed by the system he'd upheld. Chaos erupted. Harlan arrested on the spot, board in uproar. In the frenzy, Jamie pulled Alex aside, the world fading. We did it. Their kiss, public now, drew stares, but for once, they didn't care. Weeks blurred. Trials, therapy, tentative forgiveness from families. Alex's poetry found a voice in school readings. Jamie came out at a team huddle, met with awkward hugs, and one by one, teammates standing tall. Elmwood shifted, slow as seasons. GSA meetings swelled, slurs faded to whispers. Yet scars lingered. One spring evening, under the same bleachers where it began, Alex and Jamie sat, fingers laced. Think it'll stick? Alex asked, head on Jamie's shoulder. Jamie smiled, pressing a kiss to his temple. With you? Yeah, we're unbreakable now. The stars wheeled overhead, witnesses to a love forged in fire. Deep, unyielding, a testament that even in the heartland's shadows, light could break through.